A proud Sikeston High School alumna, Bethany Day has dedicated 17 years to education and currently teaches fifth grade math at Sikeston Middle School. She holds degrees in elementary education, administration, and library science, and her commitment to learning extends far beyond the classroom. Bethany serves on the building leadership team and sponsors the math team, investing countless hours to ensure students have opportunities to grow and succeed. Her colleagues recognize her as someone who goes above and beyond. She's known for building outstanding relationships with every student and for constantly seeking creative ways to help all of Sikeston Middle School. Her classroom is a place where students are challenged, supported, and encouraged to do their very best. With a positive attitude, tireless work ethic, and genuine care for her students and peers, Bethany has become an invaluable part of Sikeston schools. Tonight, we proudly honor Bethany Day as our 2025 Educator of the Year.
Everyone says that she pushes her students to be their very best. Her mind never shuts off, and she is always creating and thinking of ways to help all of Sikeston Middle School.
I always knew I wanted to be an educator. I kind of bounced around thinking about, do I want to be high school, kindergarten, and I ended up in fifth grade. I've been there for 18 years, and I really don't know that I ever want to leave. I know when I was younger that I watched my brother struggle a little bit more than I did. Things always came easy to me. Things came easier with his hands and to build and things like that, and I always thought he was brilliant. And from a very young age, I just knew that I wanted to be able to be that person to show every kid that they're brilliant in their own way. There's so many times that kids have made me laugh. I've left with like the craziest story of something they've said, but honestly, the most memorable thing to me is that most of the people that are so influential in my life, my friends, my partner, my kids' friends, most of those people have came to me through education and through school or through the connections I've made at school, whether I taught a family member and now we've become friends. I worked with them, we worked together on a project. I just sit back sometimes and realize that without Sikeston schools, most of the people there in my life that are so important to me may not be in my life because I wouldn't have had an opportunity to meet them. I could have listed a whole bunch of other people I thought deserved the award. I think we have so many great educators, but it definitely was nice to see that the people I work with see the things that I'm doing and that, they feel they're beneficial and that they're moving things in the right direction. It made me feel very appreciated and proud of myself and the work that I've done. I show up every day for the kids. I say all the time that I don't ever want there to be a time at my job where I'm not working with the kids, where I'm not interacting with them every day. Obviously, the most influential people in my life have always been my parents. They have been my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest supporters. I could come home and say I wanted to do the craziest thing in the world, and they'd be like, okay, let's do it. And they would cheer me along. My kids have just kind of joined in with that force and became my cheerleaders. Kyle, Lucy, and Lola are always there supporting me, even if I embarrass them a little. I have an amazing partner, Chris, that supports me and believes in me, and all of my coworkers. I learn something new every year from them. Whether they're young and it's their first year, whether I've had a student teacher, whether they've been teaching 35 years, every time I work with someone, I learn something new, and I definitely wouldn't be the teacher I am without them or without the kids, because every kid and every challenge brings something new for me to adapt and learn from. I just appreciate being recognized. I definitely don't do it for the recognition, but it always feels nice when someone thinks that you're doing a good job, or that what you're doing is making a difference.